And final game of the day, Apocalypse versus Jim on Aklon Waste. Would you like to introduce one of the players?
Okay, I'll introduce
I want
one.
it epic, Mike. I want it epic.
It'll be so epic. Which one should I introduce?
You can introduce whoever you want.
Okay, I'll introduce Jim.
Okay. It's sounding epic already.
So, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Aklon Waste. It's Protoss player. He's gone far from humble beginnings, from a land of mystery and many mythical beasts. It's the Protoss player, IG Jim. I didn't have enough enthusiasm towards the end.
I couldn't tell. But I'm gonna do yours. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, the red Terran player, who's excelled in many fields of the Terran race and loves America. He is the red Terran, IVD Apocalypse. Epic.
I think mine was more epic than yours.
You had the mystical creatures and stuff, yes.
Yeah,
Yours was.
that made it epic.
Ghost user. Never change.
Okay.
Okay? People are gonna say, no, don't be you. And guess what? Just be you.
But what if
Just
no
be
one
you.
wants me to be me?
That's okay. Then you're in the Twilight Zone. It's just a lie. Barracks goes down for Apocalypse. He's going CC first. We're gonna see a second barracks over here. That's why he has enough space. Against Jim, what are you gonna do? I really wonder. I'm feeling like we're gonna see. Oh wait, hold on. We have two gases. We have a switch up. Could we see some sort of queso coming out from Jim? Ghost user.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
I think the most queso Jim will show us is a Stargate before Nexus, and then just use it for like one Oracle, and then go into his Class A Phoenix.
So instead of going Nexus, Stargate, he goes Stargate Nexus.
Yeah, I think that's about the biggest switch up Jim has in this build.
Whoa, baby. Look out now. He is going for the Mothership Core, so he's not even going for a brutally fast one. And he only has 2 on each geyser. So it looks like
Just a quick Nexus.
just a quick Nexus. I wonder what he's going to do after that, though.
Make a Stargate.
And then after that...
Then he's going to make a Robo and he's going to go towards Colossi.
Well, I
He's
don't
gonna
know.
get
You
late
forgot about the
forges.
Oracle.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, he has to make the Stargate first. And then he'll make one Oracle. He'll make a Robo. He'll get a couple Phoenixes, start making his Colossi. Go late forges with a third base. He's going to make lots of Colossi and lots of Phoenixes.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
And someone tuning in and only watching the last game and going first, they're going to think you're like the biggest savant ever. You're like, wow, this is so OP.
They would, except if his tuning
Oh, Time Warp being placed here, and the Zealot gets a couple of good shots in the beginning stages. 5 Marines is not going to be enough, but the bunker finishes just in time, and Jim is going to walk away with some nice net kills. 200 resources lost for Apocalypse, only 100 lost for Jim. Some of those were SCVs as well. Some Marines. I think 2 SCVs, 2 Marines.
Not the biggest deal for Apocalypse, though. He did open for that CC
Yeah.
first, so that kind of makes up for it as well.
Ain't no thing. Unfortunately, Apocalypse ran into a supply block, though, with that attack. So it wasn't just paying attention. Unfortunate, but he's going to relieve himself pretty soon here. And whoa, 4 barracks. We're going to see Apocalypse perform the queso.
I think it could be pretty effective against Class A Phoenix
Me too.
if he hits with a good timing.
Well, especially after thinking, hey, a Time Warp was just used. Wait, a Time Warp? That's a potential photon overcharge. So all of a sudden, my opponent doesn't have 2 overcharges at the time when I hit around, 8 minutes.
And you know what he's going to do now? He's going to go and force out an overcharge.
Brilliant. Well, it's
No,
going to
there's
be...
no over. Well, yeah, I think the overcharge would be
Yeah,
about
it's going to be
up
another
there.
45 seconds. So around 7:45, he should be having his next overcharge. A little bit less than that.
And then he's just going to go for a stim chart timing when
Yep.
there's no overcharge.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense. Oracle now doing a lot of damage, though.
Will there be an overcharge by the time stim is done?
When is Stim finished? Yes, there will.
Okay, but still forcing one out now is nice.
Yes.
And he's going to force it. Walk right up to the probes.
Oh, wait! He might kill the mothership core!
Maybe you just got a lot of probes. There's no
Okay,
overcharge
well,
yet.
this
You can't
works
force it
really
out if it's
well.
not there. Jim,
if he
not
gets them-
microing his stalkers that well.
And there's the mother... Oh, my gosh. Okay, so now there's no photon overcharge.
That was perfect. He forced the overcharge, he killed probes,
Yeah.
he killed a stalker.
Definitely so. And
Almost
now
got another stalker.
the Oracle will clean everything up, but this 4 racks pressure is going to be almost unstoppable. What does Jim do to defend this? He does not have a robo on the way. Yes, he does. I'm sorry. So this is still going to be 2 minutes before a Colossus is out. And how much time is left in Stim Pack? Only 70 seconds. So there's going to be about a 30, 40, 50 second, 30 to 50 second window where Apocalypse is going to be able to just attack a Protoss that has no Colossus and no overcharge left on his defense. That's
He's not committing too much to it though. Just building add-ons in his barracks now instead of producing lots more units. So,
this is still going to do a lot of damage. Income tab, 40, harvesters to 33. So Apocalypse does need to do damage here. That's for certain.
yeah, I think it will still definitely do damage looking at the units that are in the field now.
Yeah, I think so. And now sprinting ahead. Let's find out. He does scan out. And he's not going to use Stim. Are we going to see Stim? 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 Oh, Stim's not done. Oh, dang. That would have been so much more effective if we had Stim.
I mean, it's still pretty effective. You might give that mothership core. Maybe?
Yeah,
Oh,
nope.
Phoenix
Whoa,
saved
big
it.
plays. Big plays. There's our lion right there. Okay. He just hexed you. You know what I'm talking about. You micro all the time.
I know what you're talking about.
You micro a lot these days. So maybe it's not the casting that's affecting you. It's just you're microing too much.
Nothing's affecting me. I'm better than ever.
Alright. I believe you, Chris User. So off of all of that, you know, I actually think that Jim takes the advantage. And that might sound crazy. But the reason why I think Jim takes the advantage is because Apocalypse wasn't able to do some more brutal attacks. I think if he was able to keep his Marines alive in the beginning stage, yes, he would have been in slightly better position. But because he's behind in tech, what he has to be up against is not only Phoenixes, but Colossi. So he almost needs like double the production, or at least double the production for Vikings. He's making medevacs right now, and that's going to put him further behind. Another 42 seconds, a whole production cycle behind, where he needs to be countering these Colossi. And, of course, countering the Phoenixes. And I think Jim is in great position. Now, there is this small timing, but I think with good micro, you should be able to defend this if you are Jim. Oh, but Marauder is being so bold and actually just
not
engaging
working out
against...
at all.
Yeah, I thought maybe because there were only Phoenixes, or sentries there. But you're right, it wasn't enough. Still, third base is maintained by Apocalypse. And he can still just go into macro mode and be okay. I mean, we're going to still see a very passive Jim. So I think if Apocalypse just says, well, let me take another starport very quickly here, I'll be in a good position. But no, he's just going to add on additional barracks. And I'm a little bit worried for Apocalypse, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie.
Yeah, Apocalypse is doing some smaller things that I like a lot because he's playing Jim. Like always making his third base at the third base instead of building in his natural or his main and then lifting it.
Oh,
Just
but
because he knows Jim won't be aggressive.
Oh, God. Was just kidding, Jim. Jim doesn't realize.
Nice, he picked off the mothership core in the natural.
Yeah, he's worrying about this little
Probes too.
attack. And that's going to be thwarted. But I don't agree with this. Like, he already saw the mass Phoenix count. Like, you have to be worried right now.
Well,
And-
as long as he times his boost correctly, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
because,
you're right.
yeah, there's nowhere he can be caught unless there's like blink stalkers too.
So Apocalypse doing some really, really cool stuff. 2 medevacs yet again, going on to the other side of the map, buying more time. And here we see the starport finally being added on. But let's take a look at it. 0 Vikings out. There are already 3 Colossus out in the field. And that's a scary proposition if I was going to propose that to you.
It is a scary proposition. But now he's getting second starport, and after that's up, he should be able to churn out Vikings double time.
That's right. Double medevacs going into the natural, and this will be doing a lot of damage. It's the one hard part about Alkaline Waste. I mean, there's a lot of area you have to cover.
Yeah.
The other side gets shut down almost immediately. Well, killing the Phoenixes, that's a really good trade right there. That's surprisingly good. Units tab showing 5. Okay, maybe.
Not that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if you can somehow capitalize on it in some way. But you can't.
You're trading like 3 Phoenixes for 20 supply.
Yeah.
Like that, if you didn't know, is cost inefficient.
Yeah, maybe if it's like some late game situation where you have like 5 bases and a ton of barracks, and then you can just rebuild all the units and it's no problem.
He's not even at that maxed out composition yet. But still gonna maintain his macro and go on from here. Let's take a look at the units count as there is an attack over here. I really feel like against Phoenix openings, it's a big liability to push out and try to be aggressive. It's very risky in my opinion. That's why you should feign like you're doing aggression, but not actually commit all the way. Always be like kind of defensive with your aggression. If that makes sense to you, Ghost User?
Yeah. You should just be aggressive, more for map control, and then do damage.
Correct. And you're threatening like, hey, I could be pushing into you. You scan, you see if there's the openings. If there is, take it. If not, just say, okay, live to fight another day. And you're just waiting until you get the 2-2. And normally there's a 2-2 timing against what Jim does. Against this Phoenix Colossus.
Jim is getting his upgrades quicker this game than the previous games. He has 2-2 on the way already, which for Jim, that's kind of fast.
Yeah. Wow, we're 16 minutes in and 2-2 has been started. That's pretty fast, Jim.
Well, in the other games, I think he opts for that Phoenix range before he even goes for the double forge.
It's so sick, right?
It is sick. And now he's throwing in the fleet beacon. So Jim, he just wants to go for that same composition. Phoenix range, mass Phoenixes, mass Colossi, with the charge that upgrade to reinforce. And it's going to be pretty good reinforcements this time too, considering his upgrades.
It is.
He'll have at least 2-2 by the time he needs to use warpins to reinforce his army.
And I don't think Apocalypse has any large... Well, he does I guess the 2-2 timing. But his Viking count isn't that high. It's only at 13. There's 4 in production, so up to 17. Okay, that works out really well. You need more than 13 because you want to be able to one-shot Colossus. And I think 13 is like right at the brink. I think it does one-shot Colossus, but it depends on your +1 or +2, +3, and relative to your opponent's plus armor. So there's a drop going on in the mid-right-hand position, and 3-3 is just going to be initiated immediately. He's going to recongregate all his units and get all of his Vikings together. That way we can just mow down every single Colossus on the field. Unit tab shows 6 Colossus.
What's interesting about Phoenix Colossi is that it usually comes down to one big fight, and then either snowballs one way or the other.
It's either Terran wins or Protoss wins.
Yeah.
That's why I think you should commit a lot into getting just the right composition at all times. And there it is. It looks like the Vikings are not able to just one-shot these Colossus, and they're over the chasm right now, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to just go down. But the wow, and the Marine Marauders aren't even keeping up with the Zealots, and that's really unfortunate. The Colossus still stays alive, so Apocalypse, he's not in a good position. I think he traded out too much in the beginning stage, and now he's just losing so much. And again, what you're going to see is the Phoenix maintain this air control. And he just builds Colossus, mass Colossus, not a big deal. And you're going to see Apocalypse just struggling to get any semblance of air. He needs, honestly, 4 starports. 4 starports, you need to get your medevac production out, and you need to get your Vikings at the same time. And just put in a couple of ghosts. Not a lot, just a couple against this style. Because Phoenixes are very, very heavy in your supply. I mean, these are all units that could be a potential High Templar if you want to look at it like that.
And he's actually getting Blink now, and I'm not sure. What do you think about this Blink upgrade? Because he has Mass Phoenix and he killed all the Vikings. So do you think he actually needs Blink Stalkers to defend this Colossi?
I guess he's just...
covering all his bases in case he transitions?
Yeah, maybe, but even Blink I don't hate as much. I mean, yes, you have Phoenixes to counter, but, you know, Blink Stalkers will help out a lot, too. I don't know. I don't mind it, right? Like, it's just an upgrade that it's never bad to not have, or it's never bad to have. Especially 20 minutes into the game. I mean, your bases, yeah. But Apocalypse is not out of it yet. If Jim allows him to have a lot more time, then he'll still be able to get the forces up that he needs to.
And this double medevac harass is doing a lot of damage.
Yep, into the 4th base. Let the look at how fast everything dies. Sweet mother of God. And this is the power of Phoenixes, honestly. There's a drop over at the 3rd base, but that a Templar Archive. Oh yeah, we've seen this before. Templar Archive just for Archons.
Yep. Don't get confused and think it's an actual Templar transition.
No. If we see Storm, that's how we know the end is coming. We're not going to see that though. No Storm.
Apocalypse on the 5th base now. 5th base just finishing. He has a lot of barracks as well.
Yep, and he has a lot of starports. He added his 3rd one. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. I swear it is. I saw 5 in production.
Yeah, so now he's on 11 barracks and 3 starports.
Where's his 3rd starport? I still can't find this thing.
Me
Was
either.
I just seeing?
I think
I was just
incorrect.
seeing something. I was wrong.
It's okay.
His Viking count is not enough yet. 16. I mean, at this point, when you know your opponent is maxed out, you need to start training your SCVs. Yeah, 70 SCVs is way too much at this stage.
He might have some small timing. I don't know. Jim has a pretty good army.
Yeah,
but
he does. And yeah, these Vikings don't even one-shot because of the Guardian Shield. It helps out a lot. And although this doesn't look like a bad engagement
it looks
so
really
far.
good for Apocalypse. It looks like he's just gonna kill all this.
Yeah, he is. But the Phoenixes, this is where the power of the Phoenixes really come in as well. Killing the medevacs yet again, and now killing everything on the ground. So soft, so weak.
That was the most even fight I've seen with Phoenix Colossi against Bio, though.
I don't think so, because there's 14 Phoenixes left over from that engagement.
Yeah, I mean, the Phoenixes are all alive, but supply-wise, he doesn't take a commanding lead to snowball across the map like I usually see.
That's true. Ghosts are going to be added to this composition, and the Viking count is going to have to be remade. On only 4 starports, or 2 starports with reactors, you're looking, let's say it's 20. You want 20 Vikings, but you realistically want more. You want 24 Vikings. You're still looking at 6 production cycles, so it's 240 seconds? Yeah. So it's another 4 minutes that you have to wait. 4 minutes in-game time that you have to wait until you're able to reload again.
Wow, and now he's going and just picks off every worker. Base.
But honestly, Apocalypse should be saying thank you, because that is what he wants, realistically. Like, he doesn't want so many
well, he doesn't want them once he's maxed.
SCVs.
But at this point, they're still useful.
Yes, they are, but
they're not that useful. They don't mine that much. Meo's mine a lot. Meo's
faster,
consists of a lot of his income.
Although he doesn't have that command center bank, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But still, I mean, now he can grow that better army. But man, oh man, Jim has been playing this so well. Now going up to +3 weapons has already finished. When do you see that in a TVP?
Not often.
No. Only with Jim, man. Only with Jim. Colossus count is at 2, but it's being made by 2 at a time.
4 now. 2 just popped out.
And I like this. I like this style because it's so math related, right? Like, this all comes down to math.
Yeah, because Jim's boat.
Oh no! And this is the best fight for Jim. And this is going to be the closing ceremony for our good friend Apocalypse.
So many Marines.
Sweet,
just because he needs to reduce the ghost.
Oh, Colossus! They're like yum 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 yum.
Marines don't do well against Colossi.
They do not. They absolutely do not.
Just look at all those burned bodies.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Now Apocalypse will be on the ropes, and Jim's going to snowball this. I mean, he's very healthy as his Colossus count up to 4, now up to 6, I think. Yeah, the other 2 will congregate with them. And we're going to see a very ugly battle upcoming right now.
It won't be too much of a battle.
It'll be a massacre, a slaughter.
A slaughter? I'm not sure if there's enough units left to slaughter. Maybe there are. That's about 20 Marines. Maybe that's a massacre.
There's 75 army supplies, so there's definitely an amount.
Does it count the units in production when it shows you that?
I don't think so. I want to say no. This is pretty healthy, and also there's a dropout in the map.
He has a lot in production. He just had 2 Marauders, 15 Marines, and 4 Vikings. But still, it's not quick enough.
Yeah.
And just so many Marines too. They all just get eaten alive by his colossi.
Yes, they do. And this is going to be the closing ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. Apocalypse fought hard, but against the Chinese superstar, he proved that he was barely no match.
Well, I wouldn't say no match.
Yeah, I was just trying to...
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Anyway, congratulations to Jim. Apocalypse